What a pot this is.
This could be it, ladies and gentlemen.
What? Oh, what a match. What a battle. Devastation.
Never seen anything like
We'll
that.
be talking about this dramatic hand for the next 50 years.
Way out west, there's one last chance to hit it big on the World Poker Tour here at the Reno Hilton.
The World Poker Tour is a series of international poker tournaments featuring the biggest games, the greatest players, and the largest payouts on the planet. Tonight, the WPT rolls into the biggest little city in the world, Reno, Nevada, the place where tournament poker all began for the 4th annual World Poker Challenge. 342 players entered for $5,000 in cash and began with the hope of striking it rich. But just like in the days of the Nevada Gold Rush, most went home empty-handed. Now, only 6 players remain in this Wild West shootout over the money, the title, and the coveted $25,000 entry into the season-ending championship in Las Vegas. 6 players, $1.6 million. One last chance to hit the mother lode here on the World Poker Tour.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to the World Poker Tour, the show that launched an international sports sensation. I'm Mike Sexton.
And I'm Vince Van Patten. And Mike, we are in the biggest little city in the world. They call it Reno, Nevada. Having a great time at the beautiful Reno Hilton for the World Poker Challenge. And Mike, this is the last stop on the old stagecoach run to the WPT Championships just down the trail in Las Vegas.
Well, that's right, Vince. This is the last chance this season for a player to win a World Poker Tour title and nail down a $25,000 buy-in into the final event at Bellagio, potentially worth millions of dollars.
Who's going to be poker's next superstar? Let's go to the table. Let's meet the players.
Let's do it.
In seat number 5 on the short stack today with 183,000 in chips is Young Fan. He is a professional player from Garden Grove, California. He is a player to watch.
Starting out in 5th chip position in seat 4 is Pete Muller from Westport, Connecticut. He's an amateur player, a former Wall Street trader. Pete will be starting out today with 430,000 in chips.
All right, seat number 2 with 533,000 is Tony Bloom from London, England. He's a 34-year-old investment fund manager who was a sports bookmaker before that.
Starting out in 3rd place today in seat 3 is Harry Knopp. Harry is from Parkersburg, West Virginia. He is a 66-year-old retired Navy man. Harry will be starting out today with 708,000 in chips.
All right, seat number 6, Michael Kenny. Michael's a 36-year-old family man from Sandpoint, Idaho. He's only been playing for 7 years. He's 2nd in chips with 759,000.
In seat 1, our chip leader today is a legend in the poker world, Paul Eskimo Clark. Eskimo will be starting out today with a commanding $829,000 in chips. His adopted hometown is Las Vegas, and Vince, he will be a force to be reckoned with today. Now, let's go down to the felt.
No Limit Texas Hold'em coming up.
We'll be starting out today. Players will be anteing $2,000. Blinds are 6 and 12,000.
Action's going to be on Harry Knopp.
The Navy man folds.
Going to Pete Muller.
He's picked up a nice hand, Ace Jack of Diamonds.
Yes, he has. That's a very good starting hand.
Raise.
And he's going to raise it. He makes it 33,000 to go.
Look at this right behind him. Young Fan's got Ace Queen.
Yes, he does.
Also a good starting hand.
Now, Young is on the short stack here at this final table. How is he going to play this Ace Queen?
Short stack, we're not talking about pancakes, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking about a guy that doesn't have too many chips. And Young Fan's got a strong hand. What to do?
He's going to just call.
And that might be wise because right behind him, Michael Kinney's got a monster. He's got 2 kings.
I'm going to re-raise.
And he's going to raise it, Vince.
150,000 total.
Makes it 150,000 to go.
Oh, who shuffled this deck?
Eskimo folds.
I pass.
Tony Bloom going quickly out.
You say $150?
And we're back around to Pete.
Who started this mess? Saying, what did I get myself into here?
150,000 is the bet.
And this Pete Muller's quite a character, I must say. The guy's had a dog sitting there playing next to him for the last couple of days of this tournament.
That is great.
You know, his dog's a 2-year-old golden retriever named Melee. I'm sure he's missing him right now, but so far he's doing good without him.
And now he's going to pray to the gods.
If he gets his chips in this pot, he's going to need some prayers to win it. His opponent has 2 kings. And he makes a nice laydown right here, Vince.
Oh, certainly does.
And now we're back to a major decision right now for young Fan. He has ace queen. He's on the short stack. What is he going to do now, Vince?
Well, this is a guy that would like a little airtime. This is his first World Poker Tour final table after finishing 8th and 9th before. And here he is in the first pot with a big hand. Can he get away from this? Now, because the WPT cam, we know that Michael behind him has the Moby Dick of hands. He's got a pair of kings. And Michael would be a big favorite if Young gets in this.
Folks, this is a tough decision for young Fan right here. He knows he's going to have to play for all his chips. He opts to lay down ace queen. What discipline right there by young Fan to get away from that hand.
And Michael Kinney, a young building contractor from Sandpoint, Idaho, taking the first pot. But 2 fantastic laydowns by both Pete and young Fan.
I must move all in.
Huh?
I must move all in.
I saw. Why didn't you?
Young Fan, he's never been to a WPT final table before, but he's come close. 8th in Aruba and 9th in the LA Poker Classic. Quite amazing.
My name is Young Fan. You can call me a professional poker player. I've been doing this for 17 years. I finally made it. I'm glad. I've become 7, 8, 9. It's frustrating, you know? It's frustrating.
Well, we started 3 days ago with 342 players. We are down to this 6. Action's going to be on Young Fan. This time he's got ace-6 offsuit.
He's in first position. He's on the short stack, but he's still raising it. Comes in for 36,000.
Michael Kinney quickly going out. Eskimo throwing away a queen 6 of spades.
Tony Bloom lays down a nice hand. King queen on the button.
Now it's back to the Navy man. Look at this. He's got king jack of clubs. Then he's going to give action.
Yep, he's going to call out of the small blind.
Pete quickly going out. 2-way action.
Up pop between Harry Knopp and young Fan. King jack of clubs versus ace 6. Here comes the flop. It's ace king 10 of diamonds.
Oh.
So young Fan has flopped the top pair.
Yes, he
Our
has.
Navy man has flopped the second pair with a straight draw. And Harry checks.
Check.
Oh, look at Young staring down the Navy man.
Now there are 3 diamonds on the board. Neither player has a diamond.
I'm all in.
And Young's going to go all in with this.
Call.
And Harry quickly calls him, Vince.
I'm surprised how quick the call was.
Well, young Fan a little disgusted, but he won't be when he sees his hand.
Oh, he's going to like this.
I mean, right now, the Navy man's going to have to catch a face card here.
I need a king or a queen.
Needs a king, queen, or a jack to take the
King
lead
or
in
a
his
queen or
hand.
a jack,
Oh,
yeah.
Young's going to be a favorite. He's going to enjoy this. He would love to double up.
So, as we say, Harry's looking for a Picasso card. He's looking for a paint card. The young Fan has bet his last 106,000, Vince. He has the best hand right now. If it holds up, he'll double up. If not, he'll be our 6th place finisher.
He got no diamond. He called me.
Here it comes. Here's the turn.
Well, the 3 of diamonds comes on.
Jack, queen, king, or
Now that means if another diamond comes up, this will be a split pot. And right now, young Fan has got to dodge a face card to stay alive.
Jack, queen, king, or diamond.
Deuce, baby.
Well, Young is still a big favorite. Here comes the river.
Oh, the Black Widow. The Queen of Clubs comes up, and the Navy man torpedoes young Fan right out of this tournament.
Queen on the river. Young Fan going to be our 6th place finisher, walking away into the darkness.
Oh, that's heartbreak, Vince. 1 card to go, the river card, and he drowns at the river by Harry Knopp's torpedo.
I'm not playing a hand with you, Harry.
Right with that, we are down to 5 here. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more action from Reno on the World Poker Tour.
You know, I've had Melee for about a year and a half. She travels with me almost everywhere. When I called the hotel, I asked them if they took dogs, and they said yeah. So she ended up hanging out with me at the table. She's getting a steak if we win.
Welcome back to the World Poker Tour and the World Poker Challenge at the Reno Hilton. Let's get right back to the action.
We started with 342. We are down to these 5. The winner's going to take home over $600,000 for the first place prize.
So, Vince, everybody still has chips. Anybody can win this thing. Action's on Pete Muller.
Pete throws away 10-4. Michael quickly going out around to the Eskimo. He's got an interesting hand. He's got Queen Jack of Spades.
35,000.
Makes it 35,000 to go.
Into Tony Bloom, who's got the big hand. He's got the double rulers, the pair of kings.
Now the question is, how is he going to play them?
Tony Bloom, known on the poker circuit as the Lizard.
He knows Eskimo is a very aggressive player. He's known as defender, as we say in the poker world, meaning if he puts some chips in the pot, he doesn't like to be raised out. He will call you. Well, Tony's going to re-raise it.
Navy man quickly going out.
Well, Tony's made it about 111,000 to go here.
Nice solid raise. Back around to Eskimo Clark.
Yep. Well, Eskimo faced with a tough decision now.
I call.
He calls here with Queen Jack of Spade. He is in position on the button. He does have more chips than Tony, but still a very daring play, as we said. Eskimo likes to defend his money when he gets some in the pot. He's doing it here. Little does he know he's up against 2 kings.
Well, here we go with our flop. Kings versus Queen Jack. Ace-6-3 on the flop. Kind of a scare card for Tony Bloom, who's got the kings.
It's a horrible card when you have 2 kings. You always fear your opponent has an ace, and now your kings are beat. Tony's going to check at kings.
Yes, he is. And Eskimo right behind him is going to check as well. Here we go, 4th Street.
Now the 4 of clubs comes off.
Now Tony's wondering, is Eskimo trapping him with an ace? He's playing it nervously. He's checked again.
Well, Eskimo again checks behind him.
River coming up.
Last card to come up is an 8 of hearts.
Ace 3, 6, 4, 8.
Now, Tony checks, but I can tell you he's going to pay him off if Eskimo bets now. Well, Eskimo essentially just waves the flag and says, you go ahead and take it here. Now, there's a case where Tony Bloom would have been tested severely had Eskimo bet on the flop when that ace hit.
So Tony Bloom, otherwise known as the Lizard, slithers away with that pot.
And Vince, he is one of the most well-liked poker players in the world, Tony Bloom. Very, very likable guy and a very tough poker player.
What did he say?
Now, before we get too far along in the game, it is time that we lay out the rules that we live by here on the World Poker Tour.
All right, Vince, let's see if there's anyone out there that can help us with the name of the game.
Howdy, folks. My name is Wild Bill Hickok, and the name of the game is No Limit Texas Hold'em.
To start, each player is dealt 2 cards face down. Then 5 community cards are placed face up on the table. Each player combines his 2 down cards with the community cards to make his best 5-card poker hand.
And betting is what this game is really all about. Now you get your first 2 cards, you make a bet. Then the dealer puts the first 3 community cards on the table. Now in poker, this is called the flop. You bet again. Then the dealer puts the 4th community card or the turn card on the table. Another round of betting follows.
Then the last card, called the river card, is turned up on the table.
There's a final round of betting. You turn over your cards and see who wins. Hopefully, it's me.
All right, back on the action here.
The action is going to be on Eskimo. Eskimo, a legend in the poker world. Looks like a grizzly bear, but in real life is like a teddy bear. And he looks down at Kojak.
Raise the pot.
Got King Jack.
He's gone up.
comes in for 35,000. Tony folds. Navy man folds.
Round the horn.
Pete folds.
Call.
Look at this. Mike Kinney with an awful 10-3.
He's out of position, calling a raise with a 10-3 of clubs.
He's splashing around.
Here comes the flop. Flop 9-9-5, no help to either player. But Vince, look at this. Michael Kinney is going for his holster, and he is firing at this pot.
Oh.
Bets 50,000.
It's a daring bet here, right into Eskimo.
He is leading right into the razor, the famed Eskimo. Eskimo's thinking, I raised the pot. Why is this guy betting into me? But I don't have any of that, so I'm going to give it up. But what a bluff right there by Michael Kinney, Vince.
You know, what's interesting is the pre-interview he said, you know, I'm a solid player. I'm kind of conservative. Well, I think he was bluffing us.
Well, it shows you the great thing about No Limit Hold'em. If you've got the moxie and the heart to bet at the pot, you can pick up and win a lot of pots that way. Michael Kinney just did it right there. Great play to bluff out Eskimo.
Michael Kinney. I've been playing poker about 7 years now. Poker's a place where I can forget about work completely and just have fun. I'm not a real big bluffer. I'm just going to sit back and wait for a good quality hand.
What an imposter. Bluffers, or should I say liars, at work here at the Reno Hilton.
He's going to be on Pete.
Loves to surf in his spare time. This time he looks at a King 8 offsuit.
He folds. And Michael Kinney with an Ace-3 offsuit here. He's going for some chips here. He is going to raise it. He comes in for 35,000. Now notice Eskimo has exactly the same hand and folds, as does Tony.
Around to the Navy man.
Oh, the Navy man's picked up a nice hand. The Ace-King of Hearts.
Big slick, we call it.
I raise.
He's going to raise it.
100,000 more.
Well, he's flying right over the top of Michael Kinney here for another 100,000, just like the Blue Angels.
And Michael with the Ace-3 looks a little stunned.
Well, an Ace-3 is not the kind of hand you want to have when you re-raised 100,000.
Don't mess with this Navy man.
Don't worry about the mule, just load the wagon.
Don't worry about the mule, just load the wagon, Vince.
I don't know what that means, but he said it with such confidence. You got to respect it.
What was that? Don't worry about the mule.
Michael lays down the hand.
Don't worry about the mule, just load the wagon.
Oh, the amateur shows the ace just to annoy him.
Vince, I got to tell you, this Navy man is calm, cool, collected, comfortable.
Could it be destiny for Harry Knopf?
Don't go away. There's more action than a Wild West shootout coming up on the World Poker Tour.
Is he bluffing? I think he's trying to bluff me here. I bet that ace hit. What is he thinking? What is he trying? When the ace came off on 4th Street, he played with his chips. 13 to 1, 12 to 1, 16 to 4 to 1, 8 to 2 to 1. Makes my 2 pair good. Unless I'm drawing dead. I like my chances. I'm all in. We play at fulltiltpoker.com.
Welcome back to the World Poker Tour. We're at the World Poker Challenge in Reno, Nevada. Let's see how the players stand right now.
Well, our Navy man, Harry Knopf, is our chip leader now. He has 870,000 in chips. Tony Bloom in second place with 813,000. Michael Kinney in third with 750. Eskimo with nearly 600,000 in fourth. And Pete Muller with over 400,000 in fifth place.
Action's going to Michael Kinney.
He folds a king deuce of diamonds.
Michael folds.
Now here comes Eskimo with Jack 10 offsuit.
46.
He's a very known aggressive player in the poker world. You see it right here, raising with Jack 10 offsuit. Makes it 46,000 to go.
Oh, but Lizard Boy right behind him, a pair of 8s.
He's picked up the snowman, as we say. How's he going to play it? He is going to re-raise here.
Harry quickly going out.
Makes it 140,000.
140,000.
Did you notice the disgusting look that Eskimo shot Tony after he re-raised him?
Now it's on Pete, who's got an ace-4.
Well, it's not the kind of hand you're going to call a raise and a re-raise with.
He's gone out around back to the Eskimo.
I guess you're going to do that every time, huh?
Eskimo staring his opponent down here. Hard to call another 100,000 with a Jack-10 offsuit. He lays it down, and a nice re-raise. The play we think is one of the greatest you can make in no-limit hold'em, to come over the top of your opponent after he has raised it with another re-raise. Great play by Tony Bloom right there to pick up that pot.
Tony Bloom, the young sports bettor, in control.
Action's going to be on Eskimo here. He looks down a queen 4 of diamonds. He folds.
Back to Tony Bloom.
8-6 of diamonds. Well, he's going to come in for 30,000.
Harry folds. Pete folds. And Michael's picked up Motown Jackson 5s.
Well, he calls a raise with the Jack 5 offsuit here, out of position.
And here we go with our flop.
Ace 6-5. So Michael's flop bottom pair. Tony has flopped second pair. Michael checks.
Michael checks.
And here goes Tony. He raised before the flop, so he's going to bet again. He bets 35,000.
I'm going to raise.
35,000 bet by Tony.
Oh, I can't believe this. Look at this. Michael's going up with this.
Well, he says he's going to raise it, Vince. He has bottom pair. He has check raised Tony Bloom right here. How much is he going to bet?
150.
$150,000 raise with the bottom pair into a guy that raised before the flop and bet on the flop and is the chip leader.
What guts by Michael Kenny, absolutely misleading us when he said he wasn't a bluffer. This guy's the ultimate bluffer. Let's see if it'll work here against Tony Bloom.
Look at Tony staring him down here. Wondering, does he really have an ace, or is he just trying to put a play on me here?
Oh, the Lizard trapped here. Hating this situation.
And he shakes his head. He's going to throw his hand away.
He's going to slither away.
And give Michael Kenny credit there, folks. He earned that pot, as we say in poker. He check raised to make a beautiful play to pick up that pot. And Vince, I'll tell you, this snowmobiler from Idaho plowed Tony Bloom down right there with that bluff.
Idaho bandit at work. Do not trust this man.
Boy, count your potatoes if you live up there in Idaho.
But he is good. That's what you have to do on the World Poker Tour. Says he doesn't bluff yet.
Continues to do so.
Oh, yeah. So well. Action's going to be on Tony Bloom.
Looks down at 8-4 of diamonds. He folds.
Oh, Mike, right behind him. Harry's got the weapons of mass destruction, a pair of aces.
12, I call.
He just calls.
Incredible.
Now, there's a slogan in poker, beware of the limper, especially in early position.
Well, he's chosen not to drive this one home. Can he trap a few players? We got Pete Muller now, who's got Queen Jack, and he's got a decision. Look at Harry just praying for a raise here.
Pete's going to call.
He's going to call this.
Look at Michael Kenny. Hasn't taken his eyes off Harry.
He's got Jack 9 off suit.
Now Michael has 6,000 in the pot. It's going to cost him 6 more thousand. He's going to call. Eskimo knocks the table. We're going to have four-way action here. And remember, Harry Knopp has 2 aces over there.
Harry, what have you done? Here's our flop.
Ooh, 9-7-4 with 2 clubs. Michael Kenny has flopped top pair.
Michael's checked it.
Now Eskimo has flopped a flush draw here. How's he going to play it? He checks. And our Navy man still has his 2 aces.
Harry, get your gun out.
He bets 30,000.
He just gone out.
Now Michael Kenny has flopped top pair. And he calls with them.
Raise it.
Eskimo is coming over the top with his flush draw.
Yes, he is. He's bringing out the snow dogs. Little does he know the massive hand to his left.
150.
He raised it 150,000 more.
I raise all in.
Harry goes all in without hesitation.
He's done it. He's saying, Eskimo, you're full of blubber. I don't buy it. Pulling the trigger now after the flop.
What do you think of that one?
That's what I was going to do.
Well, Michael said that's what I was going to do. Remember, he has top pair here.
You probably got enough to call. If you're going to do that, you got enough to call me then, don't you?
I saw what you played the other day.
This is very interesting. Michael doesn't buy it, doesn't believe Harry, doesn't believe Eskimo. He's actually thinking about this, but it would be such a tough call to make.
He's going to lay it down, I'm sure of that.
I know you're lying in the mud.
Michael's gone out with a pair of nines.
And now Eskimo is faced with a decision to gamble or not to gamble. Does he want to go with this flush draw or not?
I had that call.
He's going to call.
He's going to do it.
Well, Eskimo is a gambler, and he's showing you that right now.
Oh, this could be great for Harry Knopp. He has slow played the aces.
Yeah, we're going to see if that's going to pay off for him or it's going to cost him here, Vince.
Club draw against 2 aces.
It's 2 aces versus a flush draw for Eskimo. He's going to have some help to win this pot.
Will he survive, or will he be riding alone into the sunset? Stay tuned. We'll be right back on the World Poker Tour.
Welcome back to the World Poker Tour. Retired Navy man Harry Knopp has tried to trap his opponent by slow playing pocket aces.
What do you think of that one?
But his strategy may backfire as Eskimo Clark decides to gamble on a possible flush. With 2 cards left, Eskimo must catch another club or he'll be out in the cold. Now, back to the action.
So will the slow play work out for the Navy man, or will it come back to haunt him? Right now he has the best hand, but notice Eskimo has a draw at him.
Everything red.
What street coming up? Here it is.
Red.
It's a 3 of diamonds.
All right. Another red one.
Now that gives Eskimo a straight draw. He needs a 5 now, which will make him a straight or a club. If he doesn't get it, Eskimo will be our 5th place finisher.
Eskimo has to do some whale hunting here.
Well, he needs a club or a 5, or he's going to be gone.
Can the Navy man knock him out of this event? Here comes the river.
Oh, it's the ace of clubs. So even though Harry's made 3 aces, Eskimo has made a flush. He is going to win this pot. And Vince, Eskimo has picked up over $1 million pot right here by gambling with the flush draw.
Oh, that is tremendous. Harry choosing to play the aces slow. He would have looked like a genius if it had held up, but right now it did not hold up. Eskimo outdrawing Harry Knopp, the Navy guy.
Well, folks, we told you Eskimo has got gamble to him. You saw it right there. He put all his money in there with a flush draw. He got lucky. He made the flush on the river and picks up over $1 million pot.
Hey, hold it. Yeah, that's mine over there too now.
Eskimo Clark from New Orleans. Somebody said you look like the guy on the back of Alaska Airlines, so that's how I got my nickname. I'm as cool as I can be. Gotta be cool to bust people.
Well, that was the first major pot for Eskimo. He comes to life here.
He comes to life in a big way. He's our current chip leader with over $1 million in chips, Vince. The action is going to be on Harry.
Scrambles his cards, looks at a Jack-3 offsuit.
Right now, staggering around the boat here. Folds.
Pete Muller looks at an ace-6.
And he lays it down.
Michael Kinney on the button with Queen-4, throws it away quickly.
Now Eskimo with Jack-10 of diamonds in the small blind. He's going to raise a little bit. Makes it $35,000 to go.
Right is the Lizard, who's got Jack-9 offsuit.
To the right. Okay.
He's already got money in there.
Well, he's got $12,000 out there. He knows he's in position against Eskimo, and he also knows Eskimo's a very aggressive player, could be raising on anything.
This is a major sports bettor. Bets soccer all the time. A great gambler. Brilliant poker mind.
And he's going to call.
Yes, he does.
So right now, because of the WPT cam, we can see Eskimo's in great shape. It's Jack-10 versus Jack-9.
Here comes a flop.
Oh, Jack 8-7. They've both flopped the top pair with a straight draw.
Unbelievable.
Look at Eskimo cagily checking this hand.
With Jack 10, but Tony Bloom with Jack 9. His kicker, his second card not being as big. Is the Lizard going to fall for this trap here?
You couldn't fault him for betting the top pair in a straight draw here.
Oh,
no,
he is. He's going to bet it.
He does bet 41,000. Now what's Eskimo going to do?
Raise it.
Oh, he's going to raise it. That's what he's going to do. Let's see how much it's going to be.
He is just taking the Lizard's tail off with this raise.
Raise it 150,000 more.
It's all in.
Tony quickly goes all in.
Oh yeah, he's going to push him right back.
That's another 450,000 to Eskimo here.
Not that easy of a call, but he's going to call it.
Wow, he is gambling here. Vince, I got to tell you, I'm a little stunned at how aggressive both of these players have played this pot. And I can tell you, Eskimo is going to love it when Tony turns up his hand.
He's going to cover.
Tony could not be in worse shape in this pot.
No, he's elected to gamble big here.
Over 1,400,000 in this pot. Far and away the largest pot we've had tonight.
And here they're going to turn the cards over.
Oh my God. Tony's got to be.
We know Tony's a big dog in this.
Oh my God.
Well, he just realized it. You see the look on his face after Eskimo turned up his hand.
But it's not over yet. There are 2 cards to come. Here's the turn.
Well, the 3 comes off, so what that means is Tony Bloom must catch a 10, or he's going to be heading back across the pond, going back to London, our 5th place finisher.
Can the Lizard get help with the river card?
He needs a 10.
Here we go.
No, he doesn't do it.
Oh no, Eskimo just stuck the ice pick to the Lizard.
Oh man.
Mess him up.
Tony Bloom going to be our 5th place finisher. He's going to pick up $73,000. He is absolutely stunned. Walks away into the darkness of the Reno Hilton.
And Eskimo has taken command of this poker tournament after picking up that $1.5 million pot.
Well, right now we are down to 4, Mike. Stay tuned. We'll be right back on the World Poker Tour.
I'm either working or playing poker. My wife told me I needed to get a hobby. I started playing poker, and now it takes up all of my spare time. I just like poker. I like reading about it, watching it, everything to do with poker. My wife told me I needed to get a hobby.
Welcome back to the World Poker Tour. We're at the Reno Hilton for the World Poker Challenge. Now here's Mike and Vince.
Well, we just saw Eskimo Clark, professional poker player, eliminate Tony Bloom from this contest. And with that pot, Eskimo is now a commanding chip leader.
Lines and antes. Antes at 2, blinds at 10 and 20. It's going to sting. Here we go.
10.
Action's on Michael Kenny.
Okay.
Throws away 8-5. Now Eskimo also throwing away 9-7 offsuit.
So we're back into the battle of the blinds again. And Harry picks up a nice hand, a king-queen.
I'm going to attack your blind there.
I noticed.
Harry Knopp, our Navy man, raises it to 60,000 with king-queen.
But slow down right behind him. Pete, he's got ace-jack of diamonds.
I'm going to defend my blind here.
He says, I'm going to defend my blind.
Put the whole stack in. Let's shoot her up one time.
Look at this trash talk.
Just put the whole stack in. Many players would do just that with ace-jack of diamonds, I got to tell you.
Especially with the dare.
I thought you was reaching for the whole stack. It's going to go with you.
Well, Harry says, I'm going to go with you if you stick it all out there.
Oh, he is table talking beautifully here.
Don't worry about the mule. Just load the wagon.
Well, here we go. Back to the mules and the wagons. Harry thinks he has the best hand here with king-queen. Little does he know, Pete has a better hand, ace-jack of diamonds.
There you go. That's the way to do her.
But he's just going to call it.
Yes, he is. He just calls it. So here comes the flop. King 6-2, a bingo for the Navy man.
Oh, and he's going to slow play it. He's checked it.
Ain't what I had in mind.
Oh.
It goes check, check.
I'll bet this time, then, since you're not going to bet.
Oh, now the deuce of diamonds comes on the turn.
It's 4 diamonds for Pete Mueller.
70.
Now Harry's going to bet 70,000. Now Pete has made what we call the nut flush draw in diamonds here.
And Pete calls.
I guess we're going to get them all in, aren't we?
And he's going to call 70,000.
He's not going to get overly aggressive with it. Here's the river.
Well, it's the 5 of spade.
All in.
Really?
Harry says I'm all in.
How much, Harry?
Betting it all with my 2 kings.
Harry flying into it, all in bet.
5, 4, there's 90,
Of course,
90,000.
nothing for Pete.
100,000.
I played that like crap.
This is an absolute disaster the way Pete has played this.
He didn't raise before the flop. He didn't try to make a move on the turn.
He is in between. He's bought into the table talk of Harry.
Damn it.
Now it's nearly $250,000 more to him. And he only has ace high here.
It's mixed him up. It's made him play this very passively, and it's backfired. He might have had a chance of taking this pot earlier.
I'm not sure he would have, but we can certainly get away from the hand now.
261 with that, isn't it?
241.
241,000. Now remember, if he calls here, it's only because he thinks his ace-jack is the best hand. He thinks his opponent has something like a queen-jack or something and just trying to make a move on this pot.
A little lesson on how not to be too friendly at the poker table.
Put her right on in there. Let's shoot her up.
Oh, man.
Oh, look at this. The Navy guy coaxed him in the pot here. Trying to coax him in there anyway.
He's torturing
I
him
love
now.
it when a plan comes together.
You got to love this guy. I love it when a plan comes together.
Oh.
And right now he's got the A-bomb. He's ready to drop right here on Pete Muller.
241, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, Vince, I was an Army guy.
Too much.
And one thing they taught us early on, never trust a Navy man. And right now, this Navy guy has got Pete Muller puzzled.
I don't believe you.
He doesn't believe him. Well, Pete, you're going to believe it when he turns it up.
Good hand. Nice hand.
He shakes his hand. He sits
I
back
didn't
down.
believe you.
Oh, man, and the Navy man has sold him a bill of goods.
I had big cards.
Okay.
I had big cards. I didn't believe you, Harry.
And this will make you talk to yourself for a long time to come.
So cagey play by the Navy guy. Well, I'll tell you, that ship talk paid off again, Vince.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Pete Muller just devastated. You know, he's such a great player. He's played great all tournament long. That time he definite misstep.
And Harry Knopp doubles up right there. Great play by the Navy man
I played
there.
that like a wuss.
Harry Knopp, 66 years old, an amateur poker player, showing his stuff here on the World Poker Tour.
Harry Knopp started playing poker over 40 years ago. But since retiring from his job as a residential contractor, his game has really taken off.
I retired from that about 2 years ago, and I've been playing poker ever since. I normally play Hold'em with some friends of mine. We've slowed them down quite a bit because the guys didn't like me taking their money.
WPT tournaments this season have been a young man's game.
Harry Knopp.
And despite Harry's decades of poker playing, he's still a tournament rookie.
When I first started this tournament, I was scared to death. But as the first day moved on, I overcame my fear, and my fear was replaced with confidence, and it's been that way since. I mean, I've done what I consider very well. Now I'm beaming, boiling over with confidence.
And he's not shy about his goals.
I want to be number one. The money will be wonderful, but if I can just take the honors of being a top poker player in America, I think that would be better than anything else.
He got into this tournament through a satellite, and right now he's taking it to the pros here in Reno.
You have King Jack.
Vince, he is enjoying the moment, and his talking has paid off for him tonight.
Well, here we go, Eskimo throwing away Queen 7.
Let's see, it's, what is 20,000 in it? Yeah.
It's a bad call.
Where's the...
Right to Harry, he's got
Fix you up
9-6 offsuit.
Hasn't even had time to stack his chips yet, and he lays his hand down. So here we go, the battle of the blinds. And with king high, king 6, Pete Muller moves all in here.
Oh, tailspin time.
Call.
And he's quickly been called by Michael Kinney with king 10.
He has been called. We'll get a count.
That was fast. You got a hand?
Well, poor Pete is not going to like this. Right now he's marching on 2 left feet, Vince. He's got to get very lucky to stay alive in this tournament. He has king 6. Unfortunately for him, his opponent has king 10.
We don't have much.
Desperate cry for help for Pete Muller.
Well, he says we don't have much. You've got even less than you think, Pete. I hate to break it to you.
Turn him up, please. A king and a 6.
Turns it up.
Oh,
well, now he realizes what he's up against.
He's actually tripping over himself there. I don't blame him. Within 60 seconds, a debacle unfolding for Pete.
It's not over, though.
No.
But right now, he's going to have to see some 6s pop up there.
Here we go. Can he survive?
Well, the flop is queen 7 4.
Come on, we need more.
Right now, Pete's going to have to catch a 6 or 2 running cards to make it straight, or he's going to be our 4th place finisher.
Oh, yeah, and he looks sick right now. Here comes 4th Street.
Well, a deuce comes off. So right now, it's down to a 6. He has 1 of 3 6s he can catch to stay alive in this tournament.
Here it is.
That's not it.
That is over now for Pete.
So he shakes everyone's hand. He just got a little bit out of step there the last couple pots. It cost him, but what a very nice week that this man from Westport, Connecticut has had.
Well, he's going to be a 4th place finisher. He's going to pick up $98,000. He walks away.
Melee.
Well, he calls for Melee. Look, there's Melee.
Yeah.
Wagging her tail. She loves to see the boss.
Well, I think he's going to sick Melee on Harry Knopp for destroying him at this game.
Do you think that your little pup brought you any luck?
I think I have to take responsibility for the loss. I played badly on the last hand.
And with Pete going out, we are down to 3 players. Stay tuned. We'll be right back from Reno, Nevada on the World Poker Tour.
Is he bluffing? Could be. German shepherds, huh? I don't trust Germans. 2 cards. Could mean anything. Let's raise the stakes, frighten them off. No one to play with! Darn.
So play online at partypoker.com. It's fun, it's easy, it's the world's largest poker room.
All right, okay.
Welcome back to the World Poker Tour and the World Poker Challenge at the Reno Hilton. Here's how things have played out so far at this last stop before the WPT Championship at Bellagio.
Veteran Young Fan was the first to go, knocked out by a tournament rookie and an unfriendly lady.
The Black Widow.
Next, Vegas legend Eskimo Clark gave the cold shoulder to Englishman Tony Bloom and sent him back across the pond. Then, ex-Navy man Harry Knopp used some military intelligence.
I don't believe you.
To stop the music for Pete Muller.
I love it when a plan comes together.
Now, only 3 remain in this Reno gold rush to stake their claim for poker glory. A bluffing contractor, a crafty tournament novice, and 1 cool Eskimo.
Now back to our champions of commentary, Mike Sexton and Vince Van Patten.
So we are down to 3 players, the World Poker Challenge. Winner's going to take home a little over $600,000.
And the lone professional left at the table, Eskimo Clark, is our chip leader. He has about twice as many chips as both of his opponents.
It's going to be on Harry Knopp right now.
He looks down at the computer hand, the Queen 7 offsuit. He folds.
Now Michael Kinney's got King 8 of diamonds.
And calls.
Just calls.
Eskimo with 9-10 says, okay, give us a flop. So it's a battle of the blinds.
Here comes the flop.
Oh, Michael Kinney has flopped the top 2 pair, kings and 8s.
Oh, look at this. He's checked it. He's going to try to trap. He's dug the hole. He's laying the branches and the twigs over it.
Well, Eskimo Clark has a straight draw. A 7 is a gut shot straight for him, and he checks to get the free card.
4th Street coming up. Here it is.
Now, Queen comes on the turn. Now, this gives Eskimo a 2-way straight. Michael still checks the 2 pair. Now, will Eskimo make the right decision here? Remember, he has a two-way straight draw. He does check behind him.
Not going to bite. He's going to get a free card. Last card coming up.
Oh, bingo for Eskimo.
Oh,
he
tremendous.
has made the nuts, as we say, the best hand possible.
That is huge for him.
Now here's Michael. He's finally going to bet these two pair. It's too late, Michael.
He's mistiming this one to perfection.
Well, he's going to get burned. It's a matter of how much.
Look at Eskimo trying to remain calm.
Now we can see that Eskimo has the very best hand possible.
Eskimo raises.
So he's going to raise it, just a matter of how much.
150 more.
He raised it 150,000 more.
I call.
Well, Michael quickly calls. You can't really blame him for calling with two pair.
Oh, you talk about backfiring.
Well, the slow play has once again foiled players at this final table. Michael Kenny shows the two pair. And right now, Eskimo's patting himself on the back for checking that hand on the flop and checking it on 4th Street.
Oh, that was smoothly played by the Eskimo. He got a couple free cards, hits it on the river. Nicely done.
You know, Vince, these modern pros fit right in with Reno's rough and tumble legacy. It's like a blast from the past.
That is true. They're mavericks. They're quick on the draw. They shoot 'em up. Take no prisoners kind of people. And our own Shauna Hyatt had a few things to say about what's changed between then and now.
With its colorful legends and boomtown lore, Reno has played a prominent role in the history of the American West. But Reno also holds a unique place in the great American card game.
Long before Atlantic City or Las Vegas, there was Reno. In the 1850s, prospectors came searching for gold and silver, but what they discovered was a love for a game called poker. But it would be more than a century later before tournament poker was born. And again, Reno was where it all began.
In 1969, business was a little slow, so one of the pit bosses conjured up this thing, what he called the Texas Gamblers Convention. And he invited wealthy Texans up to play in a poker tournament. All wealthy, all big limit poker players. And that's how it started in Reno, spring of 1969.
And the poker boom continues to this day, as the best players rush to the Reno Hilton to be part of the excitement at Western Nevada's premier gaming destination resort. Reno, the Reno Hilton, and the World Poker Challenge.
Huge, Cardi.
It's where there's a history of hitting it big.
So we are down to 3 here at the Reno Hilton. This is exciting.
One professional player remaining, Eskimo Clark. Retired Navy man Harry Knopp, and a building contractor out of Sandpoint, Idaho, Michael Kenny.
What a competition. First prize taking over $600,000. Quick action here, three-way. Michael Kenny now with the 6-4 offsuit.
Yeah, raising on the button with 6-4 offsuit. Eskimo has 6-4 of clubs. He opts to fold.
Look at this, Harry with ace-10.
I raise.
He's going to raise it.
Yes, he is.
Solid starting hand.
80,000 more.
He raised it 80,000 more.
Call.
And look at this. Without hesitation, Michael Kenny calls with a 6-4 offsuit, Vince. You've got to wonder if he's a little bit on tilt, steaming from that last pot.
Here comes the flop.
The flop is king 9-3. No help for either player.
All in.
But Harry moves all in.
Oh, man.
And Michael quickly folds.
It works.
So Harry Knopp, the Navy man, picks up the pot. But Vince, you got to wonder if Michael Kenny has derailed a little bit there.
Frying egg on his head right now. He is steaming.
The way he's played these last two hands, a little dubious.
He's got to try to compose himself. Action's going to be on Harry. He looks at Queen 8 offsuit. Three-handed. You got to open up your play a lot more.
Blinds are 10 and 20,000, remember. So he's just going to call on the button with a Queen 8 offsuit.
Now Michael calls with King 5 of diamonds.
And Eskimo with a 4-3 of clubs says, okay, give us a flop. Everybody in this pot.
Lots of action. Here we go.
Here comes a flop. King 4-3.
Oh, man, tremendous.
Well, Michael's flop top pair, and Eskimo has flop 2 pair.
And look at this, they both checked it.
A sly check by Eskimo. And here's poor Harry Knopp, the Navy man, bluffing with the Queen 8.
The only one that doesn't have a hand here.
Well, Michael just calls with 2 kings here. Eskimo has the bottom 2 pair. He's got to love this.
Oh, I raise it.
He is going to raise it.
And rightfully so. He has trapped these guys.
150,000 more.
150,000
Poor Harry. Got his hand caught in the cookie jar by both players here.
And look at this. He's trying to pretend like he has a pretty decent hand. We know that he's got absolutely nothing.
I mean, Harry doesn't even have a life jacket on here. He gets out.
All in.
Michael's going all in with
Yes,
this.
he is.
He doesn't believe the Eskimo.
I call.
Well, Eskimo calls him, and Michael was not going to like it, folks.
2 pair.
Good hand.
Eskimo played this hand like a sly fox. Can his hand hold up? If so, he will be in a dominating position to capture this title.
Well, there's 2 cards to come, of course. There are outs. Can Michael get lucky, or will he be eliminated? Stay tuned. We'll be right back on the World Poker Tour.
Welcome back to the Reno Hilton's World Poker Challenge here on the World Poker Tour.
That's a big showdown here.
Well, what great shape Eskimo is in here.
Okay,
He's got 2 pair. His opponent has the top pair. And right now, Michael Kenny is going to have to catch a king or a 5 or a couple running cards to make a straight, or he is going to be gone in 3rd place.
Well, there's 2 cards to come. A lot of options, a lot of outs still. Here's the turn.
Oh, yeah, king! He did it! And Vince, that does it. There is no card that Eskimo can catch to win the pot. Even if a 4-3 comes up, Michael will have a bigger full house.
Ron dead.
We're going to win this pot. Let's see.
He has put the Eskimo back into his igloo.
So just that quick, it's over for Eskimo in this pot. Amazing turnaround on 4th Street there, where in 1 second it looked like he was in a dominating position. At the turn of a card, he was drawing dead. Just that fast. Michael Kenny doubles up, and Eskimo sits back down, and we are back at war.
Oh, that was a huge pot.
Over 1,200,000 altogether.
Oh, that'll feed a few sled dogs.
Well, Vince, what separates the great players from the good ones is how they handle adversity. Let's see how Eskimo handles that bad beat.
3-way action here. Let's see what Michael does with his hand.
He picks up a nice hand in a 3-handed game, ace-jack, and he is going to raise it. Comes in for 60,000.
Eskimo takes a peek at 8-3. Diamonds he's not going to play. With our Navy man, Harry Knopp, picking up 8-6 of hearts. He's interested.
Oh.
Harry calls 40,000 more. Wants to try to catch something on the flop. Let's see if he can do so. So here we go. A pot between Harry and Michael. It's 8-6 versus ace-jack. Flop is jack, jack, deuce. A bingo flop for Michael. He's flopped 3 jacks.
Oh, that is amazing.
Harry checks, and he quickly checks right behind him.
Going to trap.
Yep.
He's checked it. Here we go, 4th Street.
And another jack. He has 4 of a kind here, folks.
200,000.
Oh, and look at Harry stubbing his toe. He's bet 200,000, Vince, on a stone bluff with an 8-6 here.
Oh, Michael Kinney, Idaho Bandit, has trapped his man. He has his sucker on the fishing line.
Well, there's no hand that can possibly beat him. He has 4 of a kind.
And he shakes his head.
Look at this. Get him a Screen Actors Guild card here, Vince.
This is reverse psychology in the poker world.
All in.
Or maybe not.
Oh, all in. Vince, I do not like this play here.
Oh, he's overly aggressive.
Why would he do this with 4 jacks?
He might have just lost his fish there.
Well, he has to lose his fish. His opponent only has an 8 and a 6, Vince. In my view, you must call there with 4 jacks. The reason being, if his opponent had a pair and had a full house, he's going to bet or call you at the river if you bet.
Yeah.
But you must give him a chance to catch a card or to bluff at the river here.
This is obviously a massive mistake that he's made. But you know what? He's excited. He's not a professional. He's a great player, but he's not professional. Harry, of course, throws it away.
And now he's showing the 4 jacks.
Yeah.
That may be as bad as moving in with him.
Navy man, so excited to dodge that bullet.
Well, in my view, that was a vast overplay by Michael Kenny right there.
Well, you're right about that, but that's easy for us to see. You're a contractor in the daytime. You see four of a kind, you go berserk.
Yep.
You know, you can't stop yourself. You must kill again.
Played it wrong.
Glad I didn't play all in.
3,000 ante, 1530.
I should have just called, but I didn't. I thought you had a good pair there.
3,000.
You're right about that, Michael. I think you should have just called also.
Well, he's unorthodox. He's at the final three. What do we know?
Action's on Eskimo.
Throws away Queen Deuce. Mr. Navy with King Jack here.
And picks up a nice hand out of the blind, raises it to 65,000.
Back on Michael Kinney. He's got Queen 10 this time offsuit.
He's in position, so he's going to give it a call. So here we go. King Jack for Harry, Queen 10 for Michael. Here comes the flop. Up is Ace, King, Queen. So both players have an ace-high straight draw.
You got anything?
But Harry has two kings. Michael has two queens.
Runner, flush draw. Runner, flush draw.
Runner flush.
Like a riddle.
I got a little bit of stuff over here, but not as much as I'd like to have.
Harry's starting with the talk again.
He's good at it.
He raised before the flop. He got called. His opponent is checked, and now what's he going to do? Well, he bets 30,000 is all.
He is taking his time, and now he's betting.
This is the minimum bet possible. A very small bet into a $140,000 pot. Michael quickly calls.
Michael doesn't buy it yet.
Well, Michael's going to try to spike a jack here. Maybe hit a queen. That's all he can win with.
Here comes 4th Street.
Now the 5 of spade comes off.
All in.
Well, Harry has gone all in here with the two kings.
Got to admire the guts of this man.
Wow.
And Michael quickly turns down his hand.
Well, Harry didn't put him on an ace. He opted to move all in there, didn't want to give him any more free draws, and he picks up the pot.
Tremendous guts by Harry Knopp, the Navy man. Amateur poker player playing great poker tonight.
He's got a lot of pep in his step for his age too, Vince, I'll tell you what. Very young at heart.
Great spirit. Takes a peek at a 4 deuce of spades.
He throws his cards overboard.
Now the bandit's going to call with 10-6 of hearts.
He's trying to see a free flop here, trying to catch something.
Eskimo with King 5 of clubs.
But look at this. Eskimo's not going 40. Thinks the king high is good. And he raised it 40,000 more, of which Michael also calls. So it's 10-6 of hearts for Michael. King 5 of clubs for Eskimo. And look at this.
Oh, tremendous here.
Well, we could see some fireworks here.
Eskimo's hit the 2 pair.
Michael checks his flush draw. Eskimo's going to bet 50,000.
Call.
Michael just called.
He's got 4 to the flush.
Many players would raise with a flush draw there.
Eskimo pushing away here. Can he stay with it?
Well, the deuce of clubs comes off. Michael checks.
2 chip leaders doing battle here. Potential disaster here for Michael Kinney.
Well, Eskimo's going to step it up a bit here.
250.
He's putting some meat in this pot. 250,000.
Oh, the price of a nice Ferrari. He's going to make the Idaho Bandit pay for it if he wants to look. Look at that look.
Even though it cost him 250,000 to call, he's considering his implied odds here. Meaning, if he hits a heart, it's not just that 250,000. He's going to win all of Eskimo's chips. At least double up himself this hand.
He also could be contemplating going all in and hoping that Eskimo doesn't have a real hand. We know because the WPT camp that he has a very legitimate 2 pair.
That's a crack. Some players would fold here. Some would make a semi-bluff, as you just noted, Vince. And others may just call the 250 here to try to catch the heart.
He's going to lay this down.
He opts to lay it down. So very conservative play with that flush draw by Michael Kinney there.
So the bigger-than-life Eskimo Clark, poker superstar, takes control of these final 3. This time it was on Michael. He has King 8 offsuit.
And he folds. Now around to Eskimo.
Eskimo takes a peek at a 9-7 offsuit.
Just call.
And he's just going to call. And Harry's going to raise it with Queen 10 here. Thinks his hand is the best hand. In fact, it is right now. So he raises it 50,000 more.
$50,000 raise.
He doesn't want Eskimo to limp in here.
I call.
Eskimo with so many chips, he opts to call it. So here comes a flop. Eskimo with 9-7. Harry with Queen 10. Oh, the flop 7-7-3.
Oh, man.
With 2 spades. Look at Eskimo. He's flopped the slot machine. 3 sevens. And coyly checks to his man, Harry, who's grabbing 2 hands full of chips.
Oh, Eskimo just harpooned his whale, and it's Harry.
And Eskimo has got to be loving this. Now the question is, how is he going to play it? Is he going to raise right now, or is he just going to call? He's looking back to make sure he has the 3 sevens. You got him, Eskimo.
And he's going to take his time here. You want this kind of moment to last a lifetime. You got your sucker. You're taking him down.
Just call.
And look at this. He must have got a little acting work in Nevada. This is a nice performance for the Eskimo.
Notice, folks, he does not raise here with 3 sevens. He just calls his man, Harry.
So subtly done. It looks like Harry thinks he's out in front. Here comes the turn.
Turn card comes.
Oh, it's a 10 now.
7, 7, 3, 10, 3 spades.
Eskimo checks.
Harry's done it. Harry's gone all in.
I call.
Call.
Eskimo quickly calls it.
And Eskimo turns up the 3 sevens.
I got to have a 10.
Well, right now, Harry's in big trouble. He's going to have to have a 10 to stay alive here.
Get out the trumpet, start playing taps. The Navy man looks like he's going down.
Well, it's not over yet. He can still catch a 10.
It would be a miracle. Here's the river.
That's a jack of diamonds. Doesn't help him. Eskimo, a former medic in the Army, has knocked out the Navy man.
That's a gutsy move, though. Gutsy move on that.
The 10s and 7s, I got to go.
Eskimo letting the sleigh dogs out, sicked it on Harry, and Harry's going to be a 3rd place finisher.
Betsy getting a standing ovation from the crowd. They love this guy.
Good for you guys.
And Harry will be taking home over $155,000. You got to love it.
It's a poker dream come true for the man. Harry, nope. Hate to see you go.
By the emotions they do on their face and the way I look into their eyes, I can pretty well tell what they're thinking. If the cards break even, I should do okay.
Welcome back. This is the one and only World Poker Tour. And we are heads up at the Reno Hilton in Reno, Nevada. And here we go with the money presentation.
Oh, Vince. Take a look, folks. A real stagecoach coming into the arena here. The Reno Hilton has its own stagecoach, its own set of horses.
Get along, little doggy.
Who's going to get out?
Cowgirls.
Oh, the lovely beauties are getting out of the stagecoach with a real strong box.
Yeehaw.
Carrying the cash to the table. Now, Vince, they didn't have cowgirls like this in the old days, I know.
And they're going to pour it on the table.
They're just dumping the cash right on the table.
Just a mere 1.7 mil. Some spectacle.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you.
And there they go. We get a nice round of applause.
That was fun.
The cash presentation being done in outstanding fashion here in Reno, Nevada.
Well, here we go. Heads up competition, the Reno rivalry.
The cash, the title, the seat into the WPT Championship, all on the line. And as we start out heads up play, Eskimo Clark has about a 2-1 chip lead over Michael Kinney.
Well, he's got close to $2.3 million against Michael's $1.3 million. Here we go. Action's going to be on Michael first.
Looks at 9-7 of spade. You're playing heads up. The guy on the button acts first before the flop, and he'll get to act last thereafter.
He's going to raise this.
He raises it 50,000 more. Makes it 80,000 to go.
Eskimo's got King 7 offsuit.
Because the WPT cam, we can see that he has way the best hand.
He's going to give action to Michael. He's called this.
And here comes a flop.
Flop comes up queen, jack, deuce.
No help to either player. Eskimo checks and Michael checks.
They have both checked this hand. Here comes the turn.
And now the board pairs jacks. Eskimo again checks the king high.
Now jacks have been lucky for Michael.
He bets 100,000 here.
Idaho Bandit at work once again. He's going to try to bluff this hand.
And he does so successfully. He has robbed the Eskimo.
He did it again.
A nice bet by Michael Kenny there on 4th Street.
Now, I just want to go on record as saying that the Idaho Bandit has a great bluffing style. And I think part of that is because he always looks like he's a little confused when he raises. So he looks a little confused, which makes you think as a poker player that he's actually very strong. So you go out.
Well, on we go. Action's on Michael.
He's on a roll. He's got ace-3.
He's going to make it 100,000 to go here. But he is up against it this time.
Oh, yeah.
How much?
Huge hand for Eskimo. He's got big slick, ace-king in his hand.
I'm going to raise the pot.
Well, he says he's going to raise it. Let's see how much he raises it.
Eskimo says raise.
Raise 200.
$200,000 raise by Eskimo here. Remember, Eskimo has ace-king. Michael has ace-3. Now, normally ace-high in a heads-up situation is a pretty good hand. Let's see how Michael plays this. Will he make the wrong decision here?
We're playing no limit hold'em. You could lose all your money in one hand.
And he wisely lays it down.
Yeah, he does.
Let's give this guy credit there. That was a nice lay down.
Good instincts by Michael. Very shrewd. You know, if anybody looks like they should have a hand called Big Slick, it would be the Eskimo. Big kind of guy.
Yeah, he does look sort of like a big bear, but very mild-mannered. Keeps his composure very well at the poker table.
And here we go. Now look at this. Michael Kenny's picked up a monster. He's got the twin rulers, a pair of kings.
Yes, he has. You gotta love this. How's he gonna play him?
75.
He's gonna bet 75,000.
Michael bets 75.
He wants action here. Will he get it from Eskimo, who looks at a queen deuce of spades?
I'm just going to call.
Feigning like he was going to raise it.
Call.
Well, he is going to call it out of position with queen deuce of spade. Little does he know he's up against 2 kings.
Oh, this could be it. This is a monster.
Here comes a flop. Oh, flop is queen 6-4.
Potential bad luck for Eskimo. He's hit his queens.
He checks. Well, here comes Michael Kenny.
150.
He's going to bet 150,000 with the 2 kings. Eskimo looks back at his hand. He has top pair. Little does he know what kind of trouble he's in.
I'm all in.
He's all in.
Yes, he does. He thought he was slow
Michael
playing
has
him.
called quickly. Proud of his 2 kings, showing them to the world here. Michael, it's not over, buddy. Eskimo can catch a queen or a deuce or hit 2 running cards to make a straight.
But what a position he's in. The Idaho Bandit making it pay off here, but there's 2 cards to come.
Well, you're right. Eskimo called before the flop with the queen deuce. He's flopped top pair. It could get him in serious trouble here. On the other hand, he can still win the tournament on this deal.
Here's the turn. It's an ace. It's not going to help.
So right now, for Eskimo to win this championship, he needs a queen or a deuce. Otherwise, Michael Kenny is going to double up and take about a 2-1 chip lead over Eskimo.
Eskimo could take the title if he gets lucky here. River card coming up.
That's a 10 of diamond. So Michael Kenny has doubled up here off the Eskimo.
He goes over and celebrates with his wife and friends in the stands.
They're all happy now, Vince. He's just doubled up. That was over a $2 million pot. We have a new chip leader in the house.
Michael Kenny, one lucky and happy fellow right now. And we'll be right back with more exciting heads-up action here from Reno on the World Poker Tour.
welcome back to the World Poker Challenge at the Reno Hilton on the World Poker Tour. Now here's Mike and Vince.
Well, folks, you see how quickly it can turn around in no limit hold'em. Just like that, Michael Kenny is now the chip leader in this tournament.
Well, he's got close to 2.1 million compared to Eskimo's 1.3. Blinds and Andy's still the same, 15 and 30,000. Here we go, it's on Michael. This time he's got a horrible little 3-deuce offsuit.
Folks, you can't have a much worse hand than this.
70 straight.
It doesn't slow him down. He is on a roll. He is raising it up to 70,000 with a 3-deuce offsuit. An Eskimo with an 8-5 offsuit is going to look at a flop here.
Well, these guys aren't playing cards. They're just playing people.
Well, Eskimo calls this because of the implied odds he's getting. He can win a lot of money if he gets lucky and hits a flop. And here it is. He's hit top pair. It's come 5-4-4.
That's right. He's got a piece of it. He's got the 5s, but Michael's got the open-ended straight draw.
Eskimo checked, and Michael checked right behind him.
And look at this. A lady on 4th Street. Eskimo quickly checks it. But here comes the bandit.
Yeah, look how quickly he bets that 80,000, Vince. Eskimo's going to look back at his hand. He's got the 2 5s. We know it's the best hand right now, but how's he going to play them? Does his opponent have a queen? That's what's going through Eskimo's mind right now.
Well, he's kind of cursing himself that he didn't bet on the flop.
Raise it 100.
He's going to raise it 100,000.
Yeah, he doesn't buy it with great instincts by the Eskimo.
Well, I like this raise. I like the fact he's going to try to gather some information to see where he's at.
And mobile to base Michael Kenny. You got a little problem here.
Well, he still has the open-end straight draw. It's another 100,000 to him. And all he has is a lousy 3-deuce. Does he want to try to gamble here, catch this straight?
He's got that open-ended, confused look. It's worked so well for him in the past.
Well, he's going to look back at it. Remember, the implied odds he's getting is quite a bit here.
I call.
He wants to see the river. He's going to pay for it.
So here we go. Eskimo with the 2 5s. Michael with the 2, 3, 4, 5, the open-end straight draw. Off we go to the river, and the 9 of clubs comes up.
Does not help Michael.
Well, it's a possible flush out there now, though.
That's a scary card for the Eskimo. He's checked his pair of 5s.
Look at Michael Kenny going through the motions again here.
Oh, does he have the heart to make a bet with absolutely nothing?
Well, the only way he can win this pot is to try to bluff at it.
Eskimo praying that this guy won't bet into him, that he could just lay down his hand and show it, possibly win.
There's over $500,000 in the pot right now. Will he take a stab at it? Does he have the heart to pull the trigger here?
$350.
He is going to do it, Vince. He has bet $350,000.
Just amazing play into the Eskimo with absolutely zip and pip. Oh, that is going to make the old igloo melt down.
Eskimo's trying to figure out what is going on here. Wouldn't this guy bet a flush draw on the flop if he had one?
This is getting ugly. He's got to lay it down.
He lays it down. Eskimo gets outplayed. Look at this. Michael showing the bluff here.
Oh, man. He is putting some salt in the wound. Idaho Bandit lives on.
He has outplayed Eskimo there.
He has torn the parka off the Eskimo.
And then stuck the needle in him on top of it. Eskimo shaking his head. Not happy with the way he played that hand.
When we talk about playing middle pairs, I mean, you really are just begging for a heartache.
Well, they can be hard to play, Vince, no doubt about it. You know, and sometimes they're mighty hard to let go.
I know it, and our own Shauna Hyatt talks about the strategies of playing these middle pairs in our WPT Poker Corner, brought to you by Anheuser World Select.
Everyone knows how to play aces, and it's easy to get rid of a low pair if you don't flop a big hand. It's the middle pairs that drive players crazy. Let's start with jacks.
It's a hand that looks better than it plays.
You're playing tight and haven't had face cards in a while. Then you're dealt a pair of wired jacks. You probably do what most people do.
Mullen. Dan raised it to 16,000.
I have a hard time throwing it away, and I think everybody does, but there are times when you really have to.
He folds his hand. Jags is going to be gone.
You better know who you're playing against when you play him, because if you overplay him against the wrong person, you're a gone goose.
I'm all in.
I call.
If a jack doesn't come off, TJ's gone.
That's going to do it. TJ's eliminated.
But when you consider playing any middle pair, much less jacks, it still comes down to this.
It all depends on what stage of the tournament you're in and how much money you got.
When you're in a late position, you can play him anyway, but if there's a race before you in an early position, they're no good anymore.
And Susie Kim will be our 5th place finisher.
So when playing those pesky middle pairs, you not only have to consider position, but also who you're playing against. Because if you don't...
You're a gone goose.
Oh, no! Heartbreak for Gus Hansen right there, folks. Oh.
Now back to my favorite pair, Mike Sexton and Vince Van Patten.
Well, Vince, the element of the bluff has been a powerful weapon for Michael Kenny here today. You just have to be impressed with the number of pots that he's earned.
Well, he shows that he's a true great. Take those pots when you don't have anything. He has guts. He has all the attributes of a great one. Back on the Eskimo. Who looks down at ace-5 offsuit.
70,000.
He's going to raise it. Makes it 70,000 to go.
Now Michael's got ace-8 of hearts.
And he just opts to call with the ace-8 of hearts. Doesn't re-raise it, so here we go.
Here's our flop.
Flop is queen 5-3. So a nice flop for Eskimo.
He's got those 5s again. Michael's coming out. He's going to bet it once again.
80.
He bets 80,000.
Call.
Well, Eskimo quickly calls with his 2 5s this time.
Eskimo's raising it.
I said call.
I'm sorry.
The last time he laid him down and got bluffed out of the pot.
Well, those 5's going to come back to haunt him like the last hand. Let's see. And here comes the turn. A king of hearts comes up. That gives 4 hearts to Michael.
Boy, it sure does. So he now has the nut flush draw and checks it.
Michael checks.
And Eskimo quickly checks right behind him.
He's going to get a free river card. Here we go.
Well, the 6 of diamonds comes off.
Helps neither player.
Well, what he's thinking is, what can I beat?
Now, does he have the moxie to bet this once again?
He checks.
One pair.
No pair.
5s.
Eskimo turns up the 2 5s. He's going to win with them.
Eskimo a little gun shy. Didn't even want to turn it over. He figured he was going to get beat again. But he's going to win this with the pair of 5s.
Very interesting that Michael bet on the flop and then checked on 4th Street when he made the nut flush draw. He could have put Eskimo to the test there, I think, Vince.
Yeah, well, the king is always a tricky card, though.
Well, no, Eskimo finally picking up a little pot there. Got to make him feel a little bit better.
But with that, the blinds and antes have gone up. We're talking about a $5,000 ante and $25 and $50 for the blinds.
Action is going to be on Michael.
He's got king-9 offsuit this time.
He just calls with that hand.
Eskimo right behind him. He's got a king-queen.
Raise it. 80,000.
Eskimo picking up a nice king-queen. He's going to raise it. Raise it 80,000 more. Michael quickly beats him in the pot. So right now Eskimo's in good shape. He's got king-queen against Michael's king-9.
This is a fierce battle between these two. Here we go with our flop.
Here comes the flop. Ace-8, 6 of hearts. So Michael's flopped the nut flush draw, as we say. Eskimo checks to him. And he checks right behind him.
Michael with the big flush draw. Now look at this. A 7 hits.
Eskimo checks again. Now this gives Michael an open-end straight draw as well as his nut flush draw.
Gotta figure he's going to do the semi-bluff here. No, he's not.
And he checks again. He's got the nut flush draw and an open-end straight draw, and he makes the straight.
He does.
He has the 9 high straight. Eskimo checks again.
I'm all in.
And now Michael goes all in with the 9 high straight. A peculiar bet in that spot.
It is.
I'd make a smaller bet in hopes that my opponent would call me if they made a pair or two pair. Certainly they can't call an all-in bet unless they have a straight or a flush also. Very conservative play on his part, in my view, not to bet the nut flush draw or the open-end straight draw on 4th Street. I mean, he's the big chip leader. He can afford to take a stab at that pot. He opted not to. He got lucky to hit the 5. Otherwise, Eskimo could have won that pot with King-Queen, Vince.
Well, whatever the book says, this guy does the opposite, but it's working. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more action from Reno on the World Poker Tour.
All you can eat, baby. I had a best hand again for sure. Wake up with a key.
We play because poker's not a scratch-off ticket, a half-court jumper, or a knock on wood. It's no game of luck, poker. It's a game of patience and well-timed aggression. We know when we play, a little luck helps. But luck can't explain why final tables have so many familiar faces. We play at FullTiltPoker.com.
Welcome back to the Reno Hilton and the final table of the World Poker Challenge. We are heads up for the $600,000 first place prize between a Vegas poker legend and a talented amateur hoping to ride his beginner's luck all the way to a WPT title.
Well, Vince, Michael Kenny's favorite movie is The Good, Bad, and the Ugly, and I guarantee you, Eskimo's just considering him bad and ugly right now at the moment, what he's doing to him.
Oh, it's great playing by this so-called amateur player from Idaho, a building contractor, but we know he is an absolute thief at the poker table. We're right back on Michael. Look at this once again with 4 deuce of hearts.
Here we go. He's raising it up here with a 4 deuce of hearts. 210,000 he bets.
Here he goes again.
Now that's about half of Eskimo's stack here.
210,000.
Michael Kenny putting him right here to the test.
This is brilliant pressure poker here by Michael Kenny. An Eskimo with just a Jack-8 of diamonds. It's not like he stares away. He looks right at you, too.
Well, right now, Michael Kenny closing in on a $3 million chip mark. Eskimo with less than 450,000. What to do? You want to put half your stack in there with Jack-8 of diamond.
I call 210.
He's going to call it. He's going to gamble here.
That is tremendous instincts by the Eskimo.
Yes, calls 210.
Calling Michael Kenny, who's got a little 4 deuce of hearts.
Eskimo is not going to ante himself broke. I can tell you, he will get in there and gamble with you. You're seeing it right here. He's put in almost half his stack with Jack-8 of diamonds.
But we have 5 cards to come. Lots can happen. Here we go.
Oh, a nice flop for Eskimo. He's flopped a pair of 8s and a flush draw.
I'm all in.
Eskimo is all in.
He's not fooling around. He's moving all in. No free cards. No Mickey Mouse stuff. Just come on and gamble if you want to try to beat this hand.
And then Bandit, he's got the miracle outdraw with the 5. He's saying to himself, should I gamble here? Take a shot at that.
Well, but it turns out he won't even win if the 5 of diamonds comes up.
That's true.
That'll give Eskimo a flush. Little does he know in what bad shape he's in here. There's nearly 700,000 in the pot. It's going to cost him 240,000 to call. He can well afford to do it, but does he want to give the Eskimo another 240,000 in chips or wait for a better spot?
Michael
He's going to wait for a better spot.
Eskimo's going to win the pot.
Well, Eskimo gambled at the right time.
That is a tremendous play by Eskimo, though. You're right. With just Jack-8 of diamonds.
Well, it was a gamble, man. It's pure and simple. He knows the guy's got a big chip lead. He's going to have to make something happen. He is not going to sit back and get blinded off here. Eskimo will gamble with you.
So he gets back in contention. action goes on. Two-way battle. Who's going to take this title?
The lines have gone up to 40 and 80,000. We're playing with a $10,000 ante.
And action's going to be on the Bandit once again. Bandit looks at Queen Jack this time offsuit.
I call.
Michael just calls with Queen Jack. Now most guys would raise in a heads-up situation with that.
Eskimo's got a creepy little 10-3 offsuit.
Eskimo says, give us a flop.
Here comes a flop.
It's King 7 deuce, rainbow, no help to anybody. Eskimo checks. Michael quickly checks right behind him.
Either player proud. Here's the turn.
Board pairs kings.
Helps neither player, but look at this.
Well, Eskimo's going to make a play for this pot.
Look who's coming out of the igloo.
Well, I like this bet. He's bet 80,000.
Raise.
He's getting raised by Michael Vince.
Oh, man, coming back over the top. How does one know?
Well, Vince, this is amazing. I mean, what can you do if you're Eskimo?
$150 more.
$150 more.
$150,000 raise. Eskimo sits back in the seat. He says to himself, what can I do here?
Oh, this is thievery at its best.
What a play right here. And poor Eskimo, he tried to make a play on this pot, and once again Michael pulls the rug out from under him.
Eskimo's trying to figure out how real is this man.
Well, he lays it down.
He decides he is real. Squeeze play by Michael Kenny, dominating the heads-up action.
Well, Vince, as we say in poker, it looks like Michael's holding over Eskimo a little bit, but on the other hand, it also looks like he's outplaying him a little.
Right now, he commands the chip lead.
Yeah, action's on Michael.
He's got Jack 6 offsuit.
All in.
He's gone all in with it.
Yes, he's going to gamble here.
Well, Eskimo looks down at the King 10 offsuit. He's going to go with it.
Well, he's got a good chance to double up here.
He
He's
sure
got
does.
King 10.
So he calls a few 100,000 more, and here we go. It's King 10 for Eskimo, Jack 6 for Michael. Can Eskimo double up and get back in the match here? If not, we're going to crown a new WPT champion in Michael Kenny.
Here we go with a flop.
Oh, 9-6-4.
He caught the 6.
Well, he clapped for himself. So far, he's done it.
He sure did. He got lucky. He's out in front.
Yes, he is. Now, what that means is Eskimo's got to catch a king or a 10 or 2 running cards to make a straight. Otherwise, he's going to be our runner-up finisher.
Turn card comes.
Well, a 7 comes up. Eskimo can catch an 8 and make a straight, or a 10 or a king. If it's not one of those 3 cards, Michael Kenny from Sandpoint, Idaho will be our champion.
World Poker title on the line. 1 card down. Here we go. Here comes the river card, the cash card.
It's a deuce, and Michael Kenny has done it. He has come back against Eskimo in a heads-up battle to capture this title.
He is a World Poker Tour champion. Brilliantly played. Michael Kenny taking this title over the superb Eskimo Clark. Eskimo Clark, a fine finish, finishing second, is going to pick up $310,000. A new World Poker Tour champion is going to pick up $600,000 and the respect and admiration of the poker world.
And now let's talk to our champion from Sandpoint, Idaho, Michael Kenny. Well, Michael, what can you say? A World Poker Tour title under your belt. You got to be feeling pretty good right now.
It's a dream come true. I just made a promise to my wife about 2 weeks ago. I said, if I don't start winning some money, I'll quit going to all these things. And so I'm going a few more times. So I feel great. Thank you.
Well, congratulations. And now, as a custom on the World Poker Tour, we like to toast our champion with Anheuser World Select, the official beer of the World Poker Tour. So here's to our champion of the World Poker Challenge from Reno Hilton in Reno, Nevada, Mr. Michael Kinney. Congratulations. For Vince Van Patten, Shauna Hyatt, and everyone at the World Poker Tour, I'm Mike Sexton saying thanks for joining us, and until next time, may all your cards be live and your pots be monsters.
Here we go, Mike.
Here, try some of this. Bang, bang.
Oh! Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
The real beauty of the World Poker Tour.
You play until you go broke.
All in. He says I'm all in.
Oh, you're right, Mike. Oh, you're right, Mike.
Whoa, he's all in. Can you believe this? Unbelievable, unbelievable. Whoa, 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 whoa. Wow. Oh! Gone. Out of here. Out of here. Out of here. Out of here. Bang. Gone.
You're right, Mike. That's got to sting. Absolutely.
She's all in. All in.
Oh, yeah, he's got to love that. Gotta love that.
Willie says you may have wrote the book and you may be the godfather, but here's some of this. Bang.
Oh! Oh, yeah, he's gotta love that. Show tunes going off in your head. Gotta love that.
Whoa! We look forward to seeing you next season on the World Poker Tour.
Oh no, I wasn't ready. Oh,